on right here. Marines and Marauders stimming and running away. Will we see the Psystorm come into effect here? Psystorm number one. Should we see another one here? Those Marines would go down very quickly. And no, all of the Templars go down to focus fired Marines. And somehow PredY here taking that battle away from fiRstaNdLast, and fiRstaNdLast is in a bit of trouble here, but at the same time most of these forces have been whittled down. But the longer PredY takes to take out the Protoss player, he's going to find himself behind, because the Protoss player right now has these gold resources. He's getting major income right now. And the Terran player is not. The Terran player needs to go and take out this expansion. He cannot allow this gold to go up at the 3 o'clock. Meanwhile, big battle going on over here at the 9 o'clock position. And it looks like PredY is going to take this out. He does have enough forces to deal with these photon cannons, I think. Meanwhile, High Templars warping in. Oh, missed Psystorm right there. And he really needs a good position. Psystorm, no, the Templar goes down. And the Marines and Marauders win the battle and perhaps even the war, because they're going to be able to take down this command center. Meanwhile, a siege tank over here laying the smackdown on that Nexus. So both the 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock under siege right here. The Marines are well spread out, so Psystorm is ineffective, and now the probes are retreating and running away for dear life. And mission accomplished for the Terran player, taking out the 9 and the 3, exactly what he needed to do. And boom, down goes the Nexus as the siege tank lays the siege down. Some Stalkers actually getting warped in. So there are two battles going on right now, one at the 9, one at the 3, but it almost seems like the Protoss player is really has lost both those expansions, and now the game once again a low econ battle as both players struggle for resources across the map. All those probes going down as well to those 3 Marines. And look at this, the Terran player PredY actually realizing that all the resources matter, even though there's barely any in these stacks. It doesn't matter to PredY. He wants it. He wants whatever resources he can get, so he even built a command center just to harvest what is left right here. So you guys can see that both players here starting to get desperate for minerals. Seems like they both have plenty of Vespene gas though. No, the Protoss player in an opposite position. He needs gold minerals. He needs minerals bad. Excuse me, he needs Vespene gas bad because he's been spending that gas on Templars and Archons. So, where the Terran player is starving for minerals, the Protoss player is starving for gas, and it's a funny situation because the Protoss player is grabbing the gold expansions, but he probably could care less about the gold. He just wants the gas. So, interesting for both players here as the Terran army. Could it be once again trying to take out this 3 o'clock position? He really needs to grab one of these command centers sooner or later. And yet another Psystorm going down. My god, those, not Psystorm, EMP Shockwave going down on those Immortals and Zealots. Zealots charge in against the siege tank. Marines them up. But I don't think that PredY is going to be able to take out this army. He is going to have to fall back. Another stim pack being used there. Those Marines are pretty low life right now, but with micro they can take out the army. Very nice micro right here from PredY as he backs away, but he is going to get flanked from the left side as well. So he's probably going to have to fall back and just go back home, find some medevacs to heal up, because there's not much stim packs left in the tank. And this game has been nothing short of epic, really. Even my commentary, my voice is getting dry from talking for so long. But this has been an epic, epic battle, struggle for survival as both players duke it out with Marines, Marauders, tanks, and medevacs against Psystorm, Immortals, and Stalkers. And I'm quite surprised that our Protoss player here hasn't decided. I don't think that Stalkers are the best decision here. I don't think they're the best unit against Marines and Marauders. I feel like the better army composition for our Protoss player would have been Zealot heavy, even maybe scratch the Immortal. Zealot heavy with Psystorm and Archons would have been a far more effective build against this extremely heavy M&M and M build. But I'm not sure why he didn't choose to why he chose to go for Stalkers. I'm not sure if you guys see this, but this Nexus looks funky as heck. It's got like some green stuff on it. Could be just my graphics card though. And the Nexus is going to go down. Oh, now I see why. It looks like a command center trying to be built there or something. Some glitch is going on right here. But anyways, getting a little tired. The game is almost an hour long now, 47 minutes as of the bottom right-hand corner. And could we be seeing the final push of the game here? There are some siege tanks up on this ridge, so no, the Protoss player isn't going to be able to push in. And yes, an orbital command was indeed landing at that position, so that's why we saw the green there. And finally, PredY capturing a gold expansion of his own. He has needed this for so long in the game, simply for, it looks like for now, for minerals and for gas. He is running pretty low. Protoss player, meanwhile, also running pretty low on resources, whereas before we saw they had thousands of minerals or gas in the bank. It looks like it's been spent out almost entirely. And the warp gates here being built at the island expansion. Funny. As the Protoss player knows that those warp gates have been so vulnerable, going down so many times in the game. And mules being cast on the gold. Desperate for money here. Excuse me guys, had to get a drink of water there. And it looks like this could be the next major battle here. And the Protoss player is going for a very Zealot heavy army. I like the composition. He really doesn't need the Stalkers. He needs more Archons in this army though. An EMP shockwave going off over the army, dropping off some high temps. Storm going down on the Marines and Marauders. And PredY here needs to stop running inside the storm. He really needs to back out and not fool around under that very deadly Psystorm, but somehow he was able to repel the attack. Perhaps because he had a couple siege tanks in the back laying the siege to the Protoss player's forces. So it looks like PredY for now is going to capture this. All the mules die. Looks like he is going to hold on to this gold expo for now. And you guys can see that PredY, or excuse me, fiRstaNdLast here, as a result of running out of gas, is not as Templar heavy as he was before. Could be a bad thing. Meanwhile, Zealot's actually trying to get in the flank. They do take out one of the siege tanks. The Marines, meanwhile, backing under cover of the tank. This tank goes down as well. Oh, Psystorm going down on the Marines yet again. Beautiful Psystorm coming out of the warp prism. But while the Protoss player had a victory there, reinforcing Marines and Marauders are probably going to take out this attacking force with ease. Mules once again landing to provide necessary resources for the Terran player. Looking at their supply, fiRstaNdLast